It is truly my honor, my privilege to help induct into the National Soccer Hall of Fame one of my real favorites, Peter Vermes.
Jack is first. Thank you. Thank you. Jack up first.
You're going to have to bear with me. It's going to be probably pretty long that I'm up here. And probably a little emotional. I first want to thank U.S. Soccer, the committee, for voting me in. When I got the call, a great person that I admire tremendously, Hank Steinbrecher, called me and said, "Hey, do you have a moment?" And I said, "Sure." And he said, "This is a call that I've been waiting to make for many years." And when he told me, that moment I couldn't think of a better person to let me know. When Hank came to U.S. Soccer, his job was to change the face of U.S. Soccer. The enthusiasm that he had not only for the game, but for the representation of the United States was incredible. And that enthusiasm was there every single day, and it was disseminated into the team. So, Hank, thank you very much for that. And you've been an incredible leader to help us get to where we are today. The next thing I needed to do was I needed to think long and hard about who I would have induct me. And believe me, there's a lot of different people that I could call upon. But it always came back to Sunil. And there's a few reasons why. I knew him at a very early time in my soccer career. He was more than just a person that worked for the Federation, a person that worked for MLS. I could tell you about many stories where he had helped me professionally, but he truly is a mentor to me in my life. He talks about work ethic and gives that praise to so many different people, but it is, if you knew his schedule and the things that he does for this game and has done, you would be absolutely amazed. He goes under the radar, tries not to take any of the rewards or anything, does it out of the goodness of his heart, and is one of the reasons why we sit in a place like this today, in front of this stadium, being able to celebrate the national team playing today here, another World Cup we qualify for. It's because of the work that he's done behind the scenes, and his mentoring over the years has meant everything to me, and I just want you to know that I truly appreciate it, and you continue to amaze me on a regular basis, so thank you very much. I'm going to go a couple different ways here. I'm going to start first with my family, my mother and father, my brother Erwin, my sister Susie, who flew out here to be a part of this, and my brother Michael. My mother and father escaped from Hungary in 1956 to come to this country. Obviously, it was a very difficult time for them, but they came here to give their children that they were hoping to have, a better life. And they definitely gave us that. Both my parents aren't with us, but I would tell you that they for sure are looking down on this in a very special way, and both of them different. My father, amazed at where soccer's come in this country, is a professional player himself, and was obviously a huge importance in my career. My mother, having the chance to not only see me up here, but see my children and my wife and what kind of family I have. I appreciate my brothers and sister. They were definitely competitors in the household. I think it was my dad's way of making us all tough enough to maybe someday be able to survive the same type of life that he had to go through to get to the United States, and didn't want to make it easy on us. And what he did was he made every day inside our household extremely competitive. And it brings a smile to my face, because the arguments, the fights, everything that took place has definitely made me the person that I am today. So I thank my brothers and sister, my mom and dad, for all the support that they gave me throughout my entire career. My extended family, not the outlaws, but the in-laws, as one of my friends calls them. Tom and Joan, Debbie Mitchell, and the rest of the family, they have been my mom and dad. They have been the best grandparents that anyone could ever ask for their children. And they have been incredible supporters of the endeavors that I've gone through as a professional player, and even now as a professional coach, because as we all know, as Joe knows, that all of you know, the amount of time that we spend traveling, being away from home, the support that they've given, I just want them to know that I appreciate it and continue to thank them for all the schedules that they've had to put up with, the sacrifices that they made. So thank you. To all the fans over the years, and continue here at Sporting, it's been an incredible ride. I have one regret, is that I would love to have the opportunity to play in front of the fans that come to this stadium every weekend. I would give anything to play just one game in that environment. I tell my players every time, it's incredible. I have many teammates. I can't list them all. I have one special one that's here in the crowd today. Kerry Savagnin. He's also my assistant coach. He's a fantastic guy, first-class individual, tremendous knowledge for the game of soccer, wants nothing but the best for the game, incredible respect for it, and I can truly tell you he's my best friend. So, Kerry, thank you for everything, buddy. This is a real interesting one. I have 3 coaches, high school, college, professional. They're the 3 Bobs. All named Bob Surratt, high school, Bob Riasso, college, Bob Gansler, professional. And each of them has a special place in my heart and a special place in how I've become the player and person that I am today. Bob Surratt, simply put, dedicated, passion, physical fitness. He taught me that you got to give everything you have every single day if you want to be the best. He did it, still does it, and for that, Bob, I thank you very much. Bob Riasso I said this to his face, and I truly mean this. Very few people in the game have the ability to coach and also understand the business side of soccer. And I truly believe that he was way ahead of his time. He understood the game, but at the same time, he could look at the business side and meld the two together. And I learned so much from him from that perspective. So from that point of view, Bob, thank you so much, because it's made me the person I am today. Coach. Bob Gansler is an amazing guy. I have the utmost respect for so many aspects of who he is. He's an incredible identifier of talent. I think and Sunil probably could figure out the percentage of this pretty quickly with his mathematical genius, and that is that when MLS started in 1996, there is no doubt in my mind that he probably, in some way, shape, or form, identified 90% of the player pool that was in the first year of that league. His incredible work ethic in the game, his knowledge of the game, X's and O's, incredible. And he has a couple of great quotes that I live by today, and I did as a player. The first was, one man's absence is another man's opportunity. That's why I played 32 games times 90, because I never wanted to be out afraid that somebody would take my place. Somehow he figured out how to be calm in some of the lowest moments and still calm in some of the greatest moments. He does not get the respect that he deserves for what he accomplished in the 1990 World Cup. Taking a group of college guys and figuring out a way how to meld this group of young men together that had no experience and giving them the confidence to go out and do something that had not been done in this country for 40 years is an exceptional achievement. And I tell you, Bob, that there's not a guy that played for you that does not have the utmost respect for you. So thank you. There are so many people that have influenced my life, but have also influenced this game. And I know that there's so many people out there that I have not thanked. And I'd like to take this opportunity just to say to everyone who supports the game, everyone that has been a player, everyone that continues to support the game and is a builder of this game, I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, everything that you do. So I think everybody deserves a round of applause for that. The next group of people that I'm going to mention, they've had an incredible imprint of the next phase of my life and career in this game. Neil and Gene Patterson, Cliff and Bonnie Illig, Pat and Janet Curran, Greg and Liz Madej, Rob and Amber Heineman, the ownership group of the Sporting Kansas City. I first want to thank you not for myself, but for the game of soccer. I think that what we stand in front of today is one thing, it's a building, but everybody knows about the financial commitment, but the passion and the want, not the need, but the want to be the best in what you do is absolutely a pleasure to come and work for every single day. So, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. The next three people. Here's where it gets tough. This is really not good for me, especially with the way I try to present myself on the field. I'm trying to give myself a joke to lighten it up. My wife, Susan, and my daughter, Nicole, and my son, Kyle. I met my wife when I was 16 years old. She was my high school sweetheart and my best friend, and she still is today. I have two beautiful children, Nicole and Kyle. And what I would say is that it's amazing the job that my wife has done with my kids. As soccer players, we're not home a lot. And we're centered around our career. And it's amazing what she's done. And I just want you to know that how much I appreciate it. You still do it today. And you've done an incredible job raising two beautiful children. Thank you. We talk about role models. We talk about people you idol. What I would tell you this is that when I get older, I want to be just like my kids. They're incredible. So you two, you keep on the direction that you're going because you are fabulous and you're my idol. I will tell you that I've had a very fortunate and privileged career as a player. And I now have the ability, and I think all of us say the same thing. Being a professional soccer player is the best job in the world, the best profession you can be in. But I'm so fortunate that I have that one place right next to it that I'm not playing anymore, but now I'm coaching in it. It's a great place to be, so that being fortunate and privileged is something that I take very seriously, and I really appreciate the life that I've had in this game. Appreciate all the people that I've been around, and I would end this by saying this, and you've heard it already mentioned here today. In the 1990 World Cup, and I'm going to kind of set up the scene for you, and you've seen this in a lot of movies. Guy's in high school, it's a senior year, he's at bat, bases are loaded, 2 strikes, 3 balls, full count. He gets up, guy throws the pitch, and he strikes out, and everybody talks about what could have been. Or he hits the home run, goes on to have this incredible life. So in the 1990 World Cup, we're playing Italy in Rome. It was an absolutely incredible environment. We're playing the game of our life. Bruce Murray, him and I are arguing who's going to take the free kick. Okay, I said, Bruce, all right, you take it. I'll go over the wall. I'll go around the ball. Takes his shot. Goalkeeper makes a save. Very tough angle, so all of you know. Very tough angle to put this thing in. Was not an easy layup. Hit this shot. Goes between Zenga's legs, bounces around, rolling over the end line, over the goal line. Player comes in, clears it off the line. And everyone always says to me, man, if you would have scored that goal, where would you be today? And I think it's the best thing that ever happened to me, because I'm right where I want to be. Thank you.